Hello everybody, this is Miss Marsh at Lake Whitney Public Library, and we are open these days, hoping you'll come by to see us. So a new thing you can come by and get is the recipe for the science experiment that we're going to do today. This is something a little different than story time, but I thought it would be fun to do something scientific this week. So we are going to make a lava lamp. So I did one last night and have it made up, and it is really cool. And I'll tell you how to do it step by step. It's really quite easy, and probably you have everything at home that you would need to make this lamp. You need an old empty plastic bottle. It doesn't have to be old. I am using water bottles that I took the labels off of so we could see what's going on. You need water, a clear plastic bottle, vegetable oil, food coloring, and Alka-Seltzer, which is a fizzing tablet. So if like your mom or dad are sick at their stomach, they might take an Alka-Seltzer. So only use the medicine things under the supervision of an adult. So those are the ingredients we need. The first thing we're going to try out is I'm going to show you how interesting it is. This is very scientific. We're going to pour the oil into the bottle. We're going to do the oil first because I want to show you, I have always been fascinated with this, that oil, and now we're going to pour the water. And I want you to observe, you see all the bubbles right now, the water and the oil are mixed. But as time goes on, you see the oil was at the bottom and we poured the water in afterward, and the oil is floating to the top. I'm going to put a little bit more water. You see the oil? It's floating to the top. So I would never have thought this, but oil is lighter than water. So that's why water goes down and the oil floats to the top, because it weighs less than the water weighs. So we have this oil on the top, and it's still bubbly from being mixed with the water, and I don't know if you can see it, but some of the bubbles are going down. And the next thing we're going to do is add, wait just a second. We're going to add a color to it. Last night I added green. I put green in mine last night that I made at home. And it's a pretty turquoise today. And if you shake it up, you get to see it bubble around. So now we're pretty well separated. So I think I will add red today just to be different. So I'm going to take, and it says to add about a dozen. A dozen is 12. So we're going to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You see how the bubbles are going through the water, through the oil, and they floated down. So the serve, the red was sitting right there on the bottom of the oil, and now it's beginning to drop down into the water. as it's obviously, that means that it is heavier than the oil. And so now it is coming on down, and so some oil is coating it, so it's kind of in a little blurb there. So all those little drops have gone together and made a blob down here. So, and I've moved it around and made it kind of mix up with the water. So we're not even finished. So now we have the oil at the top, the water at the bottom, and we're going to take our Alka-Seltzer tablets. And what the deal with the Alka-Seltzer is it fizzes when it hits the water. And so the instructions say we're going to break it into 4 or 5 pieces, so they don't have to be equal pieces. So we've done that. And we're going to drop one of these pieces into the bottle. And look at this. Oh, isn't that cool? It's fizzing. So you may have ever seen a lava lamp. When I was young, they were really popular. So we've made our own lava lamp. So the bubbles from the fizzing Alka-Seltzer, we'll keep adding it, they join with the water and bubble up, and the bubbles go right through the oil, and because the water is colored, the bubbles are colored. Isn't that the coolest thing? I love this. So these little packets of Alka-Seltzer come in too, and now look at it, it's just going crazy. This is so awesome. Again, probably you have all these things at your house already. Oil, empty bottles, of course you have water, food coloring, and Alka-Seltzer. Isn't this cool? So I want to talk a minute while you're watching this fizzle. The Alka-Seltzer tablet you drop releases small bubbles of carbon dioxide gas. That's what those bubbles are. And the gas escapes when it reaches to the top of the colored water and falls back down. And the reason Alka-Seltzer fizzes is because it contains citric acid and sodium carbonate, or baking soda. And the two react with the water and form sodium citrate and carbon dioxide gas, and that's what the bubbles are that carry the colored water to the top of the bottle. Isn't that fun? So, as we're watching this, so fun to watch this. Oh my goodness. So the one I did last night was fizzled out. And one thing we did today was we added a few little glittery sparkles into this one, the one we did last night. Put the lid on it and shaky, shaky, shaky. And you can see them moving around, and you can shake it up, and because the glitter shakes, you can almost see a little tornado that it formed. So that's another thing that you can do to add to all the fun. And I'm going to add a little piece of another Alka-Seltzer. into my one from last night and see. I'm gonna wait just a second. Adding more Alka-Seltzer keeps the reaction going. So I'm gonna add some from my one that I made last night just to see if we'll still be able to keep it going. And it's bubbling. I didn't wait long enough to let the oil and water separate, but it is bubbling. So I don't know about you, but I just think this homemade lava lamp is way cool. I think it's so cool. I'll put the lid on this one, and I think we'll make another one. So I have a little smaller bottle here. Pour the oil in, which I always love to pour oil in so I can see how fun it is that oil is lighter than water. See this one more time. So just check this out. So almost immediately it separates. So I think we should make a blue one. Go the drops, dropping to the bottom. My friend over here is bubbling over, so I guess the lesson is we can't put too much in there at once. So here comes the water, the color down to the water. Isn't that interesting how it colors the water? Oh, there's a bubble of oil dropping. Okay, let's give it another whirl. And there's a pretty blue one. So, I hope you think this is as cool as I think it is. We can flip this up a little bit. You can just keep watching it. I'm going to drop just a few of these sparkles in. Them. Okay, as I said, come by the library and I'll have this recipe for this fun activity printed out for you, and you can try it at home. Good deal. Thank you.